Show you my 5 a.m. morning routine. You're constantly saying I'm not one person who's trying to wake up at 5 a.m. Hello everyone, good morning. Good evening and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jenny. We're in episode 3 of the big lock-in where I am documenting weekly my journey to becoming my best self and becoming the healthiest, fittest, strongest version of myself. It is currently Tuesday evening and I thought I'd start today's vlog off this evening so I can show you my 5 a.m. morning routine. Now I know what you're thinking, why is she talking to us in the evening when she's going to show us her morning routine? Well, that is a very good question, and that is because your morning routine starts in the evening. Now what I mean by that, as someone who has been a morning person and a morning gym goer for over 5 years now, I have been waking up at 5 a.m, 6 a.m, whatever my schedule looks like, bright and early in the morning, at the butt crack of dawn for over 5 years now. And I can't lie, it's pretty easy for me now. My biggest practical piece of advice to be able to do that is preparation. You have to do all the work behind the scenes to make the waking up in the morning easy for yourself. So what I mean by that is a couple of different things. Firstly is just preparing for morning you. I don't know if you guys just saw, but I was making dates and nuts balls and I'm going to be having them as my pre-workout snack. I really like to have dates and nuts as a pre-workout snack, and I always prepare it every single night because I keep my dates in the fridge and I take a few out the night before and I have them ready to eat in the morning. But then the thought just occurred to me, why don't I just prepare, you know, fruit and nuts, dates and nuts mixed together so that I have it easy on the go and I just have to prep it like once at the beginning of the week and I have my pre-workout snack prepped for the rest of the week. So yeah, that's what I decided to do, because I got these date fruit and nut bars from Lidl recently and they're really good. Like, they have very minimal ingredients. They have like 5 ingredients, which is really good, really impressive, and they tasted really good as well. They're like raw fruit and nut bars, and I've been having them before my workouts if I'm like really hungry or if I don't have anything. And my workouts have been so good. I had such a good leg day yesterday and that's all I had before I trained. So yeah, I thought they look really easy to recreate at home and I have the ingredients. So that's what I did. I mean, Today, this was my first time making it, and I can't lie, I had like a lot of things in my kitchen that I just wanted to finish. So don't be asking me for a recipe because I just eyeballed it today. But trust me, I think they taste nice. I just, they were a bit wet, so I put them in the fridge so they actually get hard. But like I tried the mixture and it tasted good, but I think there was a few issues. I think it needed to be drier. I will be working on my recipe and I'll share that with you guys when it's ready. But anyway, I have gotten carried away. That is one thing, I'm preparing for morning me. So morning me doesn't have to scramble about what to eat for my workout, to find something, make something and eat it. I have that ready and on the go. I can just open the fridge, take it out and eat it. That's like less than 3 moves, okay? Another thing I do every single night without fail is pick out my gym outfit. I don't know about you, but picking my gym outfit has to be a conscious decision. I have to think about what I'm training, I have to think about how I'm feeling, I have to think about what mood I'm in, and I have to pick a gym outfit accordingly. And that has to be done the night before, okay? I cannot tell you the correlation between me missing and not waking up in the morning for the gym when I said I would, and me forgetting or not being bothered to pack my gym outfit the night before is just very, very strong. They just go hand in hand. I have rarely, very rarely not picked out my gym outfit and then been able to get up in the morning. Like, it's just crazy how it works so well. It's just a non-negotiable. Always pack your gym outfit. Have it ready by your bed. You can have it in your bed with you if that's where you need it to be, or your bedside table. I have it on my dressing table right next to my bed so that it's there when I wake up. My gym bag is also packed. You need to pack your gym bag if that's the thing that you need to pack, or if you just always keep it the same, that's fine. But if you need to pack it, pack that the night before as well, and have it somewhere easy and accessible and ready. You don't need to go and find things in the morning because we don't have time for that in the morning. In the morning, you need to make it as easy as possible for yourself to get up, get ready, and go to the gym. Like, that's all you need to do, okay? So it's all about making it easier for morning you. I also take supplements in the morning before I train. That's what I was having now, by the way, because I forgot to have my creatine today. But in the morning, I always make my morning drink, which I have before I train, which is creatine and caffeine-free pre-workout. Sometimes I leave the pre-workout out if I don't need it for that session, but creatine always. So what I do is I fill up my shaker bottle with the water, screw it up, and then put it on my dining table next to my creatine and my pre-workout, so I can just mix them in. I mean, you could also mix them the night before if you wanted to and put it in the fridge or whatever. I don't know how it works, but I prefer to mix it fresh when I'm about to drink it. And so that is so easy. I've removed almost, all the steps, removed all the barriers. It's all about removing friction so that it's just so much easier for you. And yeah, just along those same lines, anything else that you need ready, your keys, your coat, have it all easy and ready for morning you. Waking up is hard enough. I mean, even if you've had a good night's rest, it takes a while to, get awake in the morning. But waking up at 5 a.m. is even more difficult. So you really have to do just everything you can in your power to make life easier for morning you, especially if you're just starting out waking up early and you're not used to it and you're not usually a morning person. It was not easy for me to start out with. I tried for years to try and be a morning person and be able to wake up at the butt crack of dawn, and I failed. And then one day it just clicked and I cracked it. And there are a lot of practical things that I do to make it easy for myself, but there are also some other things that you need to do, you need to work on, some mindset things. But yeah, when it comes to preparing the night before, as well as just preparing things for morning you, another thing that you gotta do is have an evening routine. I also forgot to take my supplements today, which I usually also take in the morning when I have breakfast. So I'm just gonna take those now. Okay, so along the lines of preparation and preparing the night before, another part of that is your evening routine. You just need to have a really solid evening routine, and one that helps you wind down for bed and puts you in a good position to wake up feeling well rested. tomorrow morning. And now this could look different for different people, but you know, the main things are making sure that you're not eating too late before bed, because that can disrupt your sleep. Screen time, you can't have too much screen time close to the time that you need to fall asleep by, because that can also disrupt your sleep. Stress, always good to manage stress so you can relax and wind down for bed. Lighting, I have the big light on right now, but I will be turning that off shortly so that I can fall asleep. Brushing your teeth, doing your skincare, yeah, just having some quiet time. Those are some of the things that I do that, you know, most people can do for their evening routine. I'm going to be waking up at 5:30 tomorrow morning. The past few weeks I've been doing 6 a.m. wake up, 6:30, 6 a.m. wake ups, but I would like to move it earlier just so that I can get to the gym earlier, and it makes filming a lot easier. And I don't know why, I do like waking up at 5 a.m. ish. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing tomorrow, but because that's my first day moving it like this morning I woke up at 6. So I'm moving it half an hour earlier. It's going to be hard, it's not going to be easy, but I'm doing everything I can to prep myself for it. I try to have about 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Now, if I'm going to wake up at 5:30, then 8 hours of sleep means I need to sleep at 9:30. I like to actually start my wind down process an hour before I need to fall asleep, you know, which means making sure I'm not scrolling, ideally not being on my phone at all, dimming the lights, putting away any work, not working, and then yeah, doing my skincare if that's not done already, getting dressed for bed, putting away, tidying my space because that stresses me out, waking up to an untidy space, preparing my pre-workout, my supplements, everything I need for the next morning, preparing my gym outfit, doing all of that, you know, it adds up. So I like to give myself an hour to start that, but half an hour before I need to sleep is when I want to be in bed by. If I need to be asleep by 9:30, then 8:30 is when my wind down starts. It's about to turn 8 o'clock. I've got half an hour before I need to start winding down. Okay, so I've just picked out my gym outfit, which took a few minutes because I couldn't decide between the leggings. I couldn't decide whether to go for the leggings or the straight leg pants. It's the Honor Active, I think these are unified, and then obviously soft motion straight legs. I have them both in the same colour, but I've decided to go with the leggings because tomorrow is going to be a double cardio day because somebody has been skipping cardio for the past 2 days. So I've got to do double cardio tomorrow, and then I'm just going to do some stretching. I was supposed to stretch today but I didn't, which is not good. Yeah, an update on my splits. I did 3 stretching sessions last week and I feel like I've gotten back to the level I was at mid-November, which is when I took a break of like a month and a half, and now I'm back at it. And yeah, I feel like I'm getting back into it. I did a really good forward fold. So hopefully this week we start to see some progress again, which I'm so excited about. Yeah, I'm really enjoying learning the splits, and I feel like it really helped with other things, and I was feeling really good in my body and strong and healthy when I was getting stronger with my splits. So I'm excited for that. Did I show you the rest of my outfit? Also a Mellow Soft long sleeve in, I think this colour's called Coal, and the Effortless bra in some kind of pink. I'm sorry, I don't remember all the colours. And yeah, last week was another good week of training, getting back into the swing of things, but I'd say one thing that I would like to improve on is my sleep. I struggled a little bit with, I think I was getting enough hours of sleep, but it just wasn't good quality sleep because I'd wake up still feeling like I hadn't rested enough and with headaches. So that is something I'm going to try and improve on for this week. It is getting quite close to my bedtime now, so I'm gonna try and go to sleep, read some of my book, and I will catch up with you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Good night. gym. It's Wednesday morning. Happy Wednesday, or whichever day you're watching this. I am back from the gym. I've made my coffee, which is very full to the brim, and also have some blackberries. Yeah, I got back a little bit earlier. I've already had my breakfast. I had a pretty good session. I got both my sessions of cardio done, and I am at 7,100 steps, which is not bad, and had a solid stretching session. I stretched for about 20 minutes, which you guys saw. I watched back the footage of like when I try the splits at the end. It doesn't actually look that good. I don't think I'm quite at the level I was before I took a break. If you see on TikTok, you can see my updates, and I was really close to the ground. I was probably about that far off, but today it was quite far, but it's okay. I'm excited to get back into it. I slept quite well. I think I had like less than 7 hours of sleep, but like I feel well rested and I feel like I slept well. I'll be waking up at 5:30 from now onwards and see how I get on. I know last night I spoke through some of the practical things that I do to get myself to be able to wake up at 5 a.m. As I mentioned, there are a lot of mindset things and I'd say like identity things that you also need to do and work on, and that I have done in order to be able to become a morning person and to be able to wake up so early and go to the gym. Like a lot of the things I've been speaking about, if you've read the book Atomic Habits, it's such a good book, and I think a lot of the things I kind of talk through come from that book. So everything about designing your environment and removing any friction, making things easier for you to be able to build the habit that you want to build, that's all the things that he talks about in the book. A really important thing that he speaks about in the beginning is sort of identity change. So you'll never be able to do what you want to do until you believe that you're a person who's capable of doing that. I don't know if that made sense, but it's like, say you have never been to the gym but you want to be a gym girl, you have to believe that you are a gym girl in order to be going to the gym every single day or whatever. Or like being a morning person, you can't have the mindset of always being like, I'm not a morning person, but I'm trying. You have to switch that perspective and that mindset and say, I am a morning person, or I'm a person who's becoming a morning person, and then you'll be able to act accordingly. So like if you're constantly saying I'm not a morning person but you're trying to wake up at 5 a.m, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, but you won't be able to do it, because deep down you just don't believe that that's you and that's you're capable of that. So there has to be an identity change, but in order for there to be an identity change, you really do have to take time to really think about, is this what do I want, and is this what I really want? And like the biggest piece of advice I always give is know your why, because if you know why you're doing something and you believe in it so strongly and it's such a genuine reason for you, that is what's motivating you at the end of the day, and that is what you need there to remind you when times get hard and when you're not able to do what you said you wanted to do. That's what you got to go back to. You've got to have a strong why. Spend some time journaling, meditating, just reflecting, and if you want to become a morning gym person, then just really think about why you're doing it. Like for me right now, as I mentioned, most recently, like my wake up time has been probably 6:30 a.m. and I'm trying to move it forward to 5:30 or 5. The reason I'm doing that is because I feel more comfortable filming content in the gym if it's quieter, and it's quieter in the gym before 6 a.m. and I have to think really deeply about why I'm going to the gym earlier and why I want to film content, and it's important to me. I have certain goals to reach, blah blah blah, and I also need to be at the gym for a certain amount of time so that I can make sure that I do everything, do all my exercises, I don't skip my cardio, I don't skip my steps. But why do I want to do all that? Because I have certain goals. Why do I have those goals? Like, you really need to keep asking yourself why, and it has to be strong, and it has to be, it could be anything. It really could be anything. If you want to be a happier, healthier version of yourself, if you've got so many responsibilities and you just need to wake up in the morning because that's the only time that you're going to have before, you could be a parent, you could have so many people relying on you, you could have a really demanding job, but if the gym is the one thing that you find that the only time that you can put yourself first, it supports you physically, mentally, or if you're recovering from something, or if you're trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to gain weight, those are all such good reasons. And yeah, it's really important that you just find your reason, and if it helps, write it down on your phone somewhere so that you can have a look at it whenever you need to, or write it down on a piece of paper, put it next to your bed so that you see it when you need to wake up in the morning as a reminder. And because that's what's all going to come back to you. Like, you can do everything that I mentioned yesterday evening and prepare and do this and that, but if you don't know why you're doing it, and if you don't believe that you're capable of doing it, then it's kind of pointless. And honestly, like, when you do this reflection, you might discover that you don't have a strong enough reason and you don't actually want to be a morning person, and that's fine. Like, that's the whole point of it. That's fine. If it's not right for you, it's not right for you. You don't have to do it, and there's no right or wrong way. It's just what's right for you. That's all that matters. But yeah, that's it for today's vlog, I think. A little bit of a deep chat at the end, I guess, but I hope it was useful in some way. If you haven't seen it already, my video on how to become a morning gym girl is up. I'll have it linked below and it should pop up at the end for you. You should definitely check that out. If you've always wanted to be a morning person and you've tried for a long time and you just haven't managed to make it stick, don't worry, that was literally me for so long, and then I've just made it stick. I've just found things, one day it just clicked, and now I can wake up in the morning whenever I want and have a really solid routine. So if that's you, make sure to check out that video. I hope it's useful for you. And yeah, that's it for today's vlog. Please do subscribe if you want to see more videos. I'm really enjoying making these weekly updates on my big lock-in, but also more advice videos and tips on the side. If you guys have any suggestions for any other videos that you want to see, let me know. Have a lovely rest of your week. Bye.